Welcome back, Focus Learners. Today's explainer is, well, it's a pretty heavy one, but we are going to unpack it together. We're diving headfirst into a really fascinating, honestly intense approach to breaking our everyday dependencies. The source material we're looking at is called Self-Training for Holistic Healing and Freedom, and it completely challenges the foundation of how we treat our bodies, how we manage stress, and how we mistakenly rely on external comforts just to mask internal decay. If you're someone who values structured, actionable insights, and you're ready to take a hard look at the habits running your life, you're in exactly the right place. We are going to break down this inward journey step by step. Okay, let's dive into this. Can wealth and luxury truly buy freedom from physical and mental pain? Our source text sets up this core problem right out of the gate. We live in a world where millions of people genuinely believe that if they just accumulate enough money, enough assets, or hit a high enough social status, all their exhaustion will magically vanish. But the text argues the exact opposite. No amount of money can instantly fix deeply rooted physical and mental pain. Actually, wealth often just gives us better access to the very addictive products that keep us imprisoned. True freedom, what the author calls a utopian freedom from mental and physical pain, absolutely cannot be purchased. It has to be earned through rigorous self-training. All right, Section 1, the illusion of comfort. Let's look at how we mask that internal pain. To really grasp this illusion of comfort, check out the sharp contrast here. On the left side, we've got material wealth and luxury. This is essentially a false safety net. It's the pervasive idea that your skills, your assets, and your bank account are going to make you happy and comfortable. But the source material makes a hard pivot away from this, contrasting it directly against the right side, holistic freedom and healing. The author points out that, we see millions of people around us who have wealth and status, right? Yet they still completely lack happiness and spiritual healing. The utopian goal of true holistic freedom requires a completely different currency. It requires self-mastery, not financial assets. But what are we actually escaping from? Take a look at this list of dependencies: overlaboring, nicotine, caffeine, narcotics, over-the-counter medicines, and alcohol. The text makes a really fascinating point here. Whether it's a couple glasses of wine, overworking yourself just to avoid your own thoughts, or, as the author pretty dramatically puts it, carbon dioxide, the specific substance itself isn't the main point. Even my morning coffee falls into this trap. Your goal in consuming these things is never really about the product itself. It's always just a desperate attempt to relieve yourself from mental exhaustion and muscular stress. We grab whatever we can find to soothe the pain of our daily lives, and in doing so, we become prisoners to those very substances. Moving on to Section 2, the hard truth of healing. It's time to face those deadly habits. The source material gets incredibly serious here, and this brilliantly illustrates the true scale of the problem. Listen, you didn't become dependent on substances overnight. You started on day 1 as a newborn baby, completely pure and unaware of poisonous products. Then, step by step, you reached year 1. Step by step, you're 15. And eventually, you hit that day of first consumption, slowly sinking into the imprisonment of addiction. The source text emphasizes that because it took years of time, and honestly a lot of money, to ruin your body and brain. Healing cannot possibly happen overnight. It is definitely not a one-day practice where you just suddenly succeed. The physical matter making up your body took a very long time to become addicted, so it's going to take significant time and immense effort to navigate the healing process. If that timeline doesn't shake you up a bit, this number will: 50%. The author issues a stark, uncompromising warning right here. Anyone who tells you that you can't achieve this healing mission is ignoring a fatal reality. Failing to embark on this journey won't just keep you unhappy, it will literally terminate your life. The text explicitly states that the substances you consume and the mental or physical pains you just endure every day can turn deadly, cutting your life age by half or sometimes even less. The stakes are, quite literally, life and death. You can't listen to the doubters, because your actual physical survival is on the line here. Okay, Section 3, 4 rules for freedom. Here is the strict, actionable plan to fix this. So how do we actually fix it? Well, here's the master plan laid out right in front of us. 4 rigorous rules for self-training. Step 1, separate from your funds. Step 2, relocate from your daily environments. Step 3, inform only immediate family. And Step 4, follow a mentor or a book. The author makes it crystal clear that you absolutely must be your own doctor, your own coach, and your own trainer to pull this off. It requires high courage and just an immense amount of self-discipline. Let's break down exactly how this works, starting with Rule 1, learning to live without the keys to your funds in your hands.
So the crucial point is that this is not really a financial step. It is a vital psychological step. Remember how we talked about wealth being a false safety net? By actively removing your access to your own funds, you strip away the illusion that your money can somehow save you or buy your comfort. You're forcing yourself to face your physical and mental reality without the crutch of purchasing power. It's the ultimate psychological trial.
Next up, we have to look at your environment. Rules 2 and 3 dictate that you must separate from your everyday friends and relocate to an area where you have way less access to your daily doses. You have to shut out all negative distractions, and the text specifically notes that only your immediate family should know your whereabouts. Why? Because you are the insurance for their well-being. You are taking this isolated time to heal yourself so that you can ultimately be strong for them. By completely removing the everyday social triggers and the environments where you usually consume your substances, you create a sterile arena where true healing can finally begin. Finally, Section 4, Unlocking Your True Self. This is about defeating addiction once and for all. This brings us to a really profound shift in perspective. As the quote says, you are also a person with another self that can achieve the impossible. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the author urges you to assure yourself that you are not just a person made of flesh. When you're dealing with habits you're desperately trying to break, you have to tell yourself that you are stronger than anything around you. It empowers you to realize that beneath the exhaustion, beneath the dependencies, there is a whole other version of you waiting to be unlocked. A version that requires high courage and discipline, sure, but is entirely capable of doing what everyone else says cannot be done. It all comes down to this ultimate contrast. On one side, we have the weak you, imprisoned by substances, suffering from pains that even the best doctors can't heal with prescription products. But look at the other side. That is the strongest inside you. The text tells us that all you are lacking are a few strong steps to transition from that weak state to revealing your true strong self. The ultimate goal here is to return to the pure, uncorrupted state you were in as a newborn baby, entirely free from poisonous products. You're essentially peeling back years of damage to reveal the pure strength that has literally been inside you all along. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Will you take the painful, disciplined steps needed to unlock the strongest version of yourself? The source material we've explored in today's explainer proves that healing isn't easy, it definitely isn't quick, and absolutely cannot be bought. It demands separation, isolation, and an unwavering belief in your own inner power. The stakes are your life and your longevity. The blueprint? It's right there in the 4 rules. The only question remaining is whether you have the courage to start the self-training. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep pushing forward, and I'll see you next time.